My name is Yvonne. Please ignore the rest. I'm with Bosch Venture Capital. So Robert Bosch Venture Capital is the venture arm of Robert Bosch. Since Robert Bosch is a large German conglomerate, I want to introduce you very, very briefly what Bosch is about. Many of you know about it, but not everyone. So there are still people asking me, are you the contact lenses guys? And I say, no. That's Bausch and Lomb. That's another company. Important for you because, especially the startups guy, it's all about innovation. Just to give you some numbers and our global presence. So Robert Bosch has globally more than 400,000 employees. And for the people of you who are somehow familiar with failure rates and electronic components, that's 50 ppm of the world population. That's an impressive number, I would say. And we are in 60 countries worldwide, and we have more than 440 regional offices worldwide. Very important is the lower right part, and I don't want to bore you with all the details. This is all public information. The main sectors Bosch is active in is mobility, solutions, industrial technology, energy and building, and consumer goods. And to give you some perspective, mobility solutions is still the largest part. It's more than 60% of our sales. And yeah, we are proud to be the largest automotive OEM in the world. Industrial technology is also very important. We have here the largest machines we produce in drive and controls, but also packaging technology and process technology. So we also buy our own machines to some extent. Energy and building. So building security is a very important part here because when it comes to security, it comes to cybersecurity as well and IoT. That's a big part of it, as well as energy efficiency. And in consumer goods, some of you know the Bosch dishwashers. That's usually the introduction I do to the people who have no clue about Bosch. Then I remind them that they potentially saw a Bosch dishwasher already. And then they, okay, that's you. Yeah, that's us too. And we are also very strong in power tools, especially in Europe. Yeah. We are with Plug and Play since a while already. I was just thinking about it, and I don't know exactly when we started the cooperation with Plug and Play, but we might be one of the first corporate partners of Plug and Play. Do you know someone?
Yeah, we started IoT with Bosch actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And when was this?
4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago, okay. So we were one of the first corporate partners in IoT and then also mobility. Yeah. So why is Bosch doing venture capital? Why is Bosch doing open innovation? That's something I found online. Our CEO said just 1 or 2 years ago. I don't want to read through this all, but the thing is that open innovation and working with startups is just it's just necessary to survive as a large corporate nowadays because external innovation accelerates what we are doing inside. Regarding Bosch Venture Capital, this might be important for you as a startups to know about our investment arm. We are around for about 10 years now. We have offices, I will come to this also later, here in US, in Silicon Valley, in Germany, in Israel, and in China. So our criteria and our investment strategy is that the startup idea, the innovation idea has to fit strategically to Bosch. It has to be complementary to Bosch activities. We are not investing in direct competitors because that's just very, very difficult. We want to leverage our own resources, our own expertise to evaluate the startups, but that's not possible if it's a direct competition. But if it's peripheral and when it's not very competitive, it's really interesting. And we're also looking into new business opportunities as well. What is the biggest benefits for the startups working with us? We can give you operational experience, we can give you worldwide access to Bosch, but also to our network of customers worldwide in the automotive, in the mobility area, but also in many, many other areas, also consumer electronics, and of course also access to the VC ecosystem. We like to work together with other VCs, with institutional VCs, and have a very good network there. Of course, our benefits is that we, through these startups, but also university and the accelerators like Plug and Play, we have access to the whole innovation ecosystem worldwide. We have therefore access to innovation, and at the end, also financial returns. In this, so let me go to this slide first. So maybe I mixed up the order a little bit. This is about our investment strategy, and this is also very important. We have funds like institutional VCs, and the reason is that we act like an institutional VC. Our strategy is to work with the startups to make the startup financially successful, because we believe that's our access, our joint success. We are not investing in the startups primarily to make them working with Bosch. We invest in the startups to make them successful. And to be comparable to external financial VCs, we have established these fund structures. And since we started 10 years ago, we are currently now a third fund. It's a 150 million euro fund. The total fund under management is 420 million. We invest mainly in startups, but we do also some fund-in-fund investments for strategic reasons. We are investing in all stages, seed, Series A, and also later stages. But we like to say that Series A is our sweet spot. We do some seed investments, but we try to limit them, and we do some later stage as well. We want to have a substantial part of equity to be able to work with the startups, to be able to help you to really make you successful. That's why we want to have some equity, and that's why we typically also want to have a board seat, at least a board observer seat. Okay, now I'm going back again. This is, you can read through it. I don't know, are they getting the information afterwards or not? I mean, this is also public information. If you go to our RBVC website, you find this, not in this structure, but you find the same information also online. What are our areas we are looking into, the search fields? It's basically fitting to everything what Bosch is doing. In all these areas we are active. We try to focus on some verticals we call automation, electrification, enabling technologies, energy efficiency, and some healthcare. It's a small part of our venture arm, but we look into healthcare systems as well. And I think most important is the lower part. What are the current focus areas? Is very much about artificial intelligence. We look also into artificial intelligence enabling hardware like silicon. We look into autonomous driving, all kinds of mobility solutions, computer architecture, as I mentioned, AR, VR. Yeah, I would say typical stuff for us at least, but yeah. As I told you, we are a worldwide team. That's all our people in 4 offices. We just, in 5 offices, sorry, 4 continents. We just opened the office in Shanghai and will extend this as well. Is there more? Yeah, this is some examples of our portfolio companies. Also our portfolio companies, you can see them online. Some of them are well-known, some of them are smaller ones. Poca is actually one of our latest investments. It's a kind of, I like to say, YouTube for blue-collar workers, and they can share relevant information and how-tos through a tablet computer, for example. IOTA made some noise because we invested in some tokens in blockchain, in the blockchain technology. GraphCore is a chip competing with other big players for high power computing in data centers. AI Motive, they also they do also some silicon, but their main focus is to build an autonomous driving system and also testing there and simulation. And Movidius is actually one of our very successful exits, and we sold them to Intel in 2016. And the company, the brand, is still existing within Intel. I think that's all. Yes. Okay.